Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to take a look inside my latest game, which is Interceptor Ace Volume 2, Last Days of the Luftwaffe from 1944 to 45. Game designed by Fernando Sola Ramos. Sorry if I mispronounced that. From Compass Games. And I have not played the first one, but I am looking forward to the second round. Now, as I understand it, it's a little bit more difficult with the second round, but you do get access to the jets and the later fighters, which is kind of cool. So we'll see how well we can do with this solo game. Let's take a look inside and see what is included. All right, here's my box opening of Interceptor Ace, and this is a game that I was looking forward to coming out. I don't have the first one, but I have watched a number of videos on it. It just looks like a blast, and I'm just a sucker for aircraft games. So the box it looks like a 2.5-inch box, and on the back it shows the stuff that you have here, and this one covers the last part of the war. Volume 2 covers the last part of the war where the Germans are really getting hammered and getting beat up quite a bit. So if you have a pilot that can make it through, it has a narrative that carries a pilot all the way through. If you have one that comes all the way through, you've done a remarkably good job. Most of the time, you're going to die. So you do have 40 unique interceptor models, and it covers even the new modern ME 262A, 1A, the jets, and all different types of experimental planes are in here. You do have different pilots that you can add to your roster that help boost your ability to continue to fight. The cards here show you the hits and the damage that you do and the hits that you take. Its complexity is about a medium. Time scale is 3 to 4 days per turn. Map scale is abstract because it is an abstract map. Number of players, 1 or more, best with 1. I would say so too, unless you had somebody that's a wingman. Suitability for solitaire, of course, is very high because this is a solitaire game. Average time, 1 mission 15 to 20 minutes. Campaign 2 to 4 hours. Yeah, you know, you can get a campaign that lasts 2 or 4 hours. Sometimes you have a mission that only lasts, you know, on takeoff and you get shot out. So the game can go pretty quick if you have a bad roll of die. You do have some decisions to make in it, so it does allow you to make some important decisions that sort of help you out along the way. And, you know, that can change the way that, or the course of the game as it goes through. But you do have the dice rolling uncertainty in the game for sure. 2 counter sheets, 9/16 unit size, 20 double-sided aircraft display mats, all of these here, 7 double-sided player aid cards, pilot awards display map, so your pilot does get awards and boost them up in prestige, operational display map, 60 combat cards, 1 rule booklet with historical backgrounds, some log sheets that you keep track of your pilots on, and some 10-sided, 20-sided, and 2 6-sided dice. So 1 10-sided, 1 20-sided, and 2 6-sided dice. Let's open it up. So the first thing we have is our Interceptor combat cards, and we have our firepower and hits here, some defense, and also defensive fire. So that's what happens when you shoot at stuff, they shoot back, and this tells you how much they shot back and how much it's going to hurt. We have our dice, and again we have a 20-sided, 2 10-sided, 2 6-sided. Bags to keep all the goodies. Interceptor Ace log sheet. We have a few of these, double-sided, and of course you can make copies. But these log sheets are for the entire campaign that can keep track of everything that happens here. And you build a very strong narrative. We have some Interceptor Volume 2 Last Day of Luftwaffe notes. Here's a note on this. This is our display map where we have our different battles at, and so these are different zones that we can take off from. Combat card, discard pile here, some legends as to what they're bombing here, bomb bay and fuel tank, repair damage aircraft, and standard maneuvers that you can do. We have our Interceptor Ace Volume 2 rules of play, and we have 45 pages here. Now we do have some historical background, designer notes here, and then we have a lot on the different aircraft, which is good information. I mean, I love aircraft, so especially World War II aircraft. So a lot of good information here. We have some historical missions, combining games here. So you can go one right into 2. And advanced combat against bombers. So we start getting into the advanced stuff here. Historical jet aces, talks about them here. And so I guess I should start from the beginning. I started from the back, just got interested in the whole thing. So table of contents, and you can see the table of contents here, and then they have the different aircraft. So our rules of play, game equipment, starting units and base chart, availability aircraft family and type chart right here, changing bases, how to win, which of course is what we always want to do. I think the big thing about how to win is not die, not get shot down. And there's a lot in combat here. There's some extension there. Damage to fighter aircrafts here. Parachuting to safety. Always crew skills. Weather effect was back there. And then different things that you get, promotions, awards, random events, rocket and jet fighter operations, and extended example of play here. And a prestige level, reassignment to a newer aircraft here, and optional rules. So the rules are, there's a bit of reading here. I mean, there's, it's not a light bunch, but there are a lot of diagrams and stuff. So you can get into it pretty quick. And this here, it looks like, let me dump it out, that would be easier. Well, let's look at these first, and is how they're there. These are our counters. Right there, all of our different aircraft, and they're about ready to pop out at any second. So I'm trying to be kind. And the backs. And then we got some ammo and prestige points, I think these are. Oh, yeah, almost popped all of that. Damage counters. And then we get all of our operator. So this is a page of the errata, but now this is Night Fighter Ace. So this is for Night Fighter Ace if you have that. I don't have that, so that's not a worry to me. So I think they're updating Night Fighter Ace to these rules, I guess. That's what I would think all this is for. But I'm not sure because I don't have that. So we have a whole bunch of aircraft cards here. And you can see that these are double-sided. Tons of aircraft to fly. And of course, it depends on the availability as to what aircraft you can take. I do like all of the pictures. These are the things I used to look at when I used to fly remote control airplanes, and we did scale. We'd always look at that. Here is our pilot and crew status. So that we award our pilots to, operational ace cards if you're using that, and skills that the pilot would have. And here's the Comet rocket, the ME-163B. There. Oh, yeah, and the Hinkle. HE-162A. And of course the ME-262A right there. Which, from my ex-father-in-law, he was a nose gunner for B-24s, and he says from above, these look like P-51s with drop tanks from above. So he actually got in trouble for misidentifying one of those one time. Focke-Wulfs. Butcher Bird here. BF-110Gs, which were not quite as good a match against the Spitfires as the Focke-Wulfs of the ME-109s. And again, some more Focke-Wulfs. And the 410A. And as you can see, there are just a ton of different aircraft there. And here's the operational. This one you're going to be using a lot. You got fuel enhancement track here, but this is what you're going to use to put your aircraft through to find out what's happening in the operation as they're bombing. And then you do have raid charts on the back. Then we do have our aircraft that we fight against, the damage, we keep track of damage on them. And then we have aircraft target and ally fighter attack chart. Skills, so there's a lot of charts here. As you can see, intercept chart that you roll on. And then some more aircraft. And I think the last one was the bombers. Nope, these were the escorts here. And some more escorts. B-11A fighter target charts. P1 positioning charts. So here's our bomber charts. And you can position into different areas, and they're broken down quite a bit to come in fighting. And they're going to, you're going to receive damage or add to your dice roll depending on the elevation that you're attacking at and the direction. So you have level, high, I believe, and low, yes. And then random event chart. And then here's your BF. And I'm sorry, the last one here, I actually misspoke on that. This is for your aircraft. This is the one that you're going to be using all the time to figure out landing and attacking during that takeoff to the different places. And depending on where the bombers are striking and your base, you could be, not able to get to them, or it might be the last part, so you have to go through the sky quite a bit and get attacked in between. So it really looks like just a blast of a game to play, and I'm really looking forward to getting this one on the table. Okay, so that was a quick look at Interceptor Ace Volume 2, Last Day of the Luftwaffe, 1944 to 45. I think it's just going to be a really, really fun solo game to play. Appreciate you staying this long watching, and please do give a like and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. That helps out the channel quite a bit. And I hope to have you around for the next video.